Hello, Mick, Nicktronic. Hello, everyone. Pretty excited about this room tonight. Tons of of new records. Bonsoir, John. Hello, Frank. No, Frank. Frank is. I always mix up Loyola and GBL. I don't know why. Hello, Thomas. Barry. Pretty good. Yeah. Started mellow with one of the current obsessions as usual. Hello, Stéphane. Exactly. Oh my God, did you know? Smooth Tichens from Hamburg, indeed. An album he did for the Orgone company, Hamster Records, which is the label of Terry Burrows. Terry Burrows, a very interesting iconoclast of British pop music, indie, electronic, new wave, very strange stuff. He did Asmus did this album on Hamster Records, and he did two others in collaborations with Terry Burrows. Quite good, actually. Maybe not as good as this one, which is with his usual partner in crime, Oko Becker. And yeah, short tracks, but really, really good. And with a quote of Émile Cioran, as usual. Record, I was very happy, almost pleasantly surprised to see finally exist. Hello, Rev. There will be some rock tonight. A lot of jazz, though. A lot of jazz and classical, modern classical, folk. That could be the case. Hello, Vinyl Dreamscape. Hola, Marcos. Salut, Julia. Hello, Jeffrey. So I guess some of you, if not most, already know my favorite band. Hello KS. Which one's? Which one? This one you get on Discogs. It's from the 80s. That's true. He was in this band that did some pop 7 inches or crowd pop and this like Eastern pop electronic album. Duke Moto. Salut, good evening. So what is my favorite band again? Huh? Well, it's playing right now. I believe it was in '95. Nurse Wound did a performance at the festival in France, Musique Ultime, curated by Yann Farsi. Interesting guy. The second edition of the festival was absolutely incredible with experimental audio research, Scanner, Main, Black Lung, Aube. Just incredible. Thank you, Marcos. Marcos opened the coffee, the coffee tipping of the day of tonight. Thank you, Marcos. Yeah. So in the first edition of that festival, Nurse Wound didn't perform because Steven Stapleton wasn't performing at the time, but he produced a single side LP for the festival, for the label of the festival, sold at the festival, Alice the Goon. An interesting record. It just got reissued with the long B-side of Baba Yaga Blues, funeral music for Perez Prado. How is the sound, by the way? Is it okay? You guys tell me. Hello, Record Hound. Nice to see you. Hello, Steve. Yeah, the Foo Fighters used to be my favorite band. When I used to be someone else in a different country at another time. That's true. Very astute, Loyola. So yeah, this track was only on a CD single, and I loved it, but I was a bit frustrated by the lack of final versions of that, as I think the track suits the format. You got David Jackman on flute on this. Yes, this is Nurse's Wound. Nurse's Wound can be very versatile. Oh, well, I'll play a record by a member of my favorite punk band tonight. Ah, nice. I got it from Soundom as well, but my god. Bad boys Soundom, man. They don't know how to package records anymore. And they also sell you records that they don't have, unfortunately. I mean, I guess it goes with the game. Yeah, Nurse's Wound doing like drony, ethereal He's pretty good at that. I got so many records tonight. A lot of cheap old stuff, good stuff, but also quite a bunch of new records. So I don't know where to go. There's so many directions possible tonight. We have some time to settle into this nurse's room, don't we? Hello, Angela. Winston. Okay, good. That's the night for me to tell you to tip the coffee jar then. See? By the way, as you can see, still daylight here. It's 12 past 10. Next week, I don't know if I'm going to do a stream next week because next week is midsummer here. So I might be even drunker than Barry here. We'll see. But next Friday should be the longest night of the year. Actually, no, it will be before. Maybe next Friday, yeah. It will be probably between Thursday and Friday. But as you can see, yeah. No point in playing dark music. A little glitch. Hello, Frank. I would say yes. The French one is a very good sampler of the French avant-garde from the 70s, 80s. Very good. The German one, I think, is more treated territories, but both are good and they're nice. Michael here will tell you he has both of them, the limited editions. They look stunning. International shipping from Soundom is very cost effective. Very cost effective. They're just very poor at communication, and they used to have a really good shipping method package, and they scaled down. And I can't recommend it, but I've been on their case. I've been like really angry at them and telling them. So, yeah. Basically, you have to tell them that you expect new records and that you won't be happy if it's not the case. Roberto! Hola! I don't know about that. But fair enough. This is drone, but not completely. It is a little more than just drone. It is ambient, basically. This is true ambient music. Just with enough tension to keep it dynamic and yeah. Hello, Christopher. Nice. There'll be some records for you tonight, I think. See? Hello, Liam. Personally, I don't have the compilations because I have the original tracks, almost of them, 90%. Hello, Louis. Nice to see you. So, who will be my moderator tonight in the gallery, in the chat? Huh? You know, I've been saying I'm gonna do a Northern video for almost 3 years now, and I think I've figured out how to do it. I'll probably do a video where I talk about the records, and one where I play the records right after. But it's a complicated topic for me. Because I have to find the right distance.
Fenn az ég, lenn a föld, kettő között él egy hölgy, alig több, mint 4-5 éves, kész a mákos rétes. Fenn a föld, lenn az ég, szívem hölgye, nagyon szép, társalgásunk eredményes, jó a mákos rétes. Egyszer majd, ha felnőttél, visszajövök, érted? Leveszlek a hintáról, ne sírj, addig kérlek.
Now an artist I know not much about. She was an actress, singer in Hungary in the 70s, 80s. Alash Judit. It's an album of short, like lullabies for kids, with some pretty cool instrumentations and quite nice whimsical folk tunes. I mean, I'm sure you could find equivalents, Liam, of music like that from the 60s, 70s in the UK. Yeah, well, salut Radio Gnome. Yeah, it's even me and Michael, we had a discussion about that it can feel intimidating for sure. But at first you don't need to think that you need all the records, so it's just fine. Yeah, I didn't see that either, but well. I don't know, Manuel. Balmat. It's new to me. Yes, it's a pretty good. The album is not fantastic, but there's a few tunes like the one I played that like totally get you to this kind of pastoral, almost pagan music that I like so much. And now we're staying in Hungary, actually. I don't know, Liam. So yeah, I've always had an interest in Hungarian music, but of course I've had like a stronger one in the past few years. And this is volume 5 of the choral work of Béla Bartók. This is from the complete Béla Bartók edition in 29 volumes. Very cool package. Really cool pressing as well. These records, you can find them for so cheap. No one cares about these records, and really great dynamics. But like the like, I mean, for this kind of music, it's nice to have a good pressing for sure. So you got this is when Bartók was going back to his own culture, the tradition. So you got 4 old Hungarian folk songs, Slovak songs. Yeah, it's just a great record that like shows you how close this kind of music can be from not necessarily ambient, but I mean when this was made in the like over 100 years ago, this music is. So that was pretty avant-garde back then. Yeah, this is from 1910. This is 113 years old. The piano is so good. Where this is going. I'll do it all myself. Hello, Jim. Nice to see you. Béla Bartók, are you talking about this one or the previous one, Louis? Sorry, I'm a little bit late. The previous one had this in it. I have no idea what that means. Hello, George. Nice to see you. Hey David, nice to see you. Wow, Jim. Which one, Louis? Oh, okay. This one? Or the Bela Bartok one? I think you can find copies of this for less than $2 in near mint condition on Discogs. Then you'll have to pay the shipping. Bela Bartok is the Choral Works. It's the volume 5. Now something very neat playing right now. You need to start earlier your stream, George. I fall asleep. Oh. Yeah. Well, I live by the sea, so that's nice. Hello, Tom. Very nice to see you. I have a surprise for you soon. Salut Rast. Salut Vibrasonic. Sean, thank you for leaving a little tip in the coffee jar. Thank you so much. In the description, if you guys want to support the stream, you can. It's very helpful for this. A lot of these records tonight came thanks to you. Salut Dobbs. I'm the Dead. A lot of people early tonight. That's nice. So what is this? Yeah. Good question. Not too far away, Dépêche Commode. This is Hydromedusae, which is Annelise Montserrat from Belgium with Jessica Bailiff. Annelise Montserrat, she does amazing vocal records. Like, you can hear her voice right now. Like, she has an album from like 5 years ago that is stunning. You don't need all her records, but this one, Jessica Bailiff, wow, so good. And this came out earlier this year, only 200 copies. You can still find a few copies for normal price on Discogs, but the whole record is stunning. Really good artwork, like kind of seal screen press print. And I haven't even gone through it totally yet, but I just needed a couple of tracks when I heard it, and like, okay, it's I definitely need it. And Elise Montserrat, she's in a band as well. There's a whole collective in Belgium right now that does amazing stuff. Everything is worth checking. Don't necessarily need to buy everything, but they're on the right path. Yeah, so I don't have much more to say about her right now. It's just these kind of records that well, when you hear her voice, it's just obvious how unique it is. The other album I have of hers, I don't know where it is right now, but it's less, like you got a Jessica Bailiff guitar here, droning, feedbacking. The other one is more like almost like medieval music in a way. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for your t-shirt. Yeah, Ryan sent me this. Now we're going to Indonesia. Probably one of my favorite records of the year so far. Yeah. Well, it's not stunt rock confusion merch. It's the movie Stunt Rock. Hello, Rick. Welcome. Ah, the compilation with Ilan Maoglu. I'm not sure I have it here. Like all my Maoglu are in the main house. Maybe not all. I'll check. And it's a good one, even if it's like his stuff on Folkways. uh, I have my corner shop records here. So for me, this music is quite magical. This is haunting music. Um, this is Otto Siddhartha, who's been probably the one main figure of avant-garde experimental electronic music in Indonesia, from Jakarta since the late 70s. He's been recording. With the techniques of the time now, it's a little more modern. This is more modern stuff. These are recordings he's done since 2015. Highly informed by his surroundings, as he uses field recordings. He likes to go and meet the tribes deep in the jungle who have never been exposed to other music than the music they produce themselves. And I don't know, it's just, if you know the movie director Archipatong, what's his name? Verasatakul, who is something like the guy who does these Indonesian movies that are so slow in the jungle. This music evokes me that, like, otherworldly presences around here, like yeah, for me this is real spiritual music. The kind of music that kind of gives me a sort of proof that there is another another layer. No, I only had the original, Michael. Oh, the corner shop? Yeah. I bought it when it was released. Ah. Sorry about that. Fixed. Yeah. Would be tedious, wouldn't be? Like me just showing everything like that. No, that was on Ouija. Yeah, Ouija Records. I also had Butter the Soul with a nice one-sided etched 12-inch. I think this was their biggest song, this one. The less abrasive. Thank you, Chris. Ipshat Pong, Vera Setakul. I hope you forgive me for struggling a little bit to remember the name exactly. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it was their label. I have a few other records by other bands on Ouija from the early 90s. So this track has all these like woodwinds like telescoping into each other and some striking sounds happening every now and then. Some of the other tracks on the album are quite different. They are more about like drums, like very high velocity dripping perks. I'll play some of that as well. And by the way, this was released on Sub Rosa, a label that's been around for over 35 years now. Always interesting, but I think they are in their golden age right now. Embracing new original field recordings releases. I featured that, but not of archival, avant-garde, modern classical, but not only. Well, can't please you every time. I personally find this exceptional, but wow, that sound always gets me. And now for a more percussive track on this. This one, Chris, yeah, it's brand new, and for single LPs, Sub Rosa usually is like very competitive. Usually they cost like 16, 17 euros. Oh, glad you liked it, Liam. Very, very cool. Hello, Johnny. Oh yeah, Tropical Malady is yeah. Tropical Malady is a movie. Yeah, it's the kind of movies that shows you there are layers to lift to our reality. It's in a way, I wouldn't even say it's demanding cinema, because it's very easy. You just have to take it in. But please forget your phone while you're watching these movies. Hello, Dom. Otto Siddhartha, I don't really know how he came to tackle avant-garde experimental electronic music in Jakarta in the mid 70s. But it was not like that random, since that's what he's been doing since then. Like for over 40 years now, 45 years of uh, electronic musique concrète from Indonesia. Yeah, I mean, your brain will always create analogs or seek them out and find, and you will settle for the one that makes more sense to you. That's how it works, and that's fine. Like when Otaker does a track called Crib with like metal balls bouncing. Crib is the slang for your signature as a graffiti artist. So basically, the whole thing triggers you to evoke the sound of a painting spray can. Whatever works for you, Ryan. Hello, 808. Hello, Joe. Nice to see you all. Come. Yeah, with the creeping and all these phasing effects. I really like this. And now for one of the best records of last year. I didn't see anyone in the VC mentioned so far. I'm gonna do my best of 2022 video pretty soon, by the way. Finally getting the 2 missing records. And this is when I remind or tell ask you like to like the video if you do like the stream so far, and if you're watching this after the broadcasting, you can leave a comment in the comment section to continue the discussion. Indeed, Rick. Hello, George. Very nice to see you. Have an interesting looking. I don't know if it's nice, but I like it. Hello, Danielle. For anyone who liked the album last year by The Smile, the collaboration between 2 people from Radiohead and Tom Skinner, and I think of another musician. Well, in my opinion, this is the one you should have gotten. A quintet of contemporary British musicians. Yeah, you have some records of François Bale on the GRM that do that. You guys are saying hello to each other. The record currently playing, Tom, it was recorded last year in London. The record before, the Auto Siddhartha, was recorded in Indonesia and Jakarta between 2015 and 2019, I believe. (2015 and 2020). Yeah, 6 tracks pressed on 45 RPM. Every single track is a killer. It came. The original label is Brownswood Recordings, a British label, but it was a co-release with International Anthem and Non-Such Records. First international anthem record I actually considered buying. Pretty good. Does it sound familiar, but you're not sure? Just let it play a little more, because it's such an amazing record. Enjoy, Dubs. Yeah. No, you're doing fine. Salut, Christophe. Yeah, she had. Like, she's very good. I agree. Yeah, I know. I think they kind of are the distributor of International Anthem in the US. That's kind of the connection. But that wasn't expected to find that record connected with Non-Such in a way, because it is. It's not like your modern, polite, or no, not polite, but like, this is raw, this is intense. There's it is sophisticated in a way, but nah, this is really, really, really good jazz. Philippe, pardon. The P always, like, yeah. Yeah, but Sons of Kemet doesn't work for me. I don't know why, but no, I know why. Because I don't see it adding too much. It is like a pastiche to me. It's very good, very well done, but not for me. This is more. Yes, I think they do use it every now and then. Yeah. You know, these, like Dom was talking about this, who was he talking about? Michaela McCraven. For me, doesn't work. It's good, but it's, I don't know, in a way too neat. I like that here. There's no second take. It's a little bit rough on the edge, and yet it's quite intense. Quite sophisticated at the same time. This is the cool track. The name sounds familiar, very familiar, but right now I'm blanking. This is Tom Skinner, Voices of Bishara. I heard it. It's alright. Yeah, it's 6 tracks, all different and really good. This is my least favorite one though, but I haven't. You have to tell me more. By sound, okay. I don't really think so. I think they're kind of distributing. I don't know if they're still part of Warner, but yeah. That's why, yeah. Of course, there would be a Magma reference. Something a little weirder, less obvious, but as grand in many regards. I'm quite happy to play this record now, the day Chevalier is being released by Netflix. The biopic of Saint-Georges, the black composer, the Afro from Guadeloupe, who was like probably the first black African composer of music for the Western world. In 1770, I think he started composing for the Louis XV and Louis XVI court in France, right before the Revolution. As this is an Afro-American composer who's still alive and largely ignored. I just love the cover of this record. Maybe someone knows this. Maybe Tom, if he's still watching here, maybe he knows this. Quite cool concept, huh? Hello, Rob. That's right, Stefan. I completely forgot about this. So this is, no one knows this? Well, this is Carman Moore. Who was he's still like he's orchestra and director, arranger. He did stuff for Hollywood. This is his one big oeuvre that was commissioned by Hong Kong the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, and this features solists such as Sam Rivers and Richard Davis, whom you'll both hear eventually in this, I think, if I remember correctly. What is that? An African Free Festival? Yeah, kind of. So you get this like modern classical music influenced by jazz that gets a little more free at one point, as you'll hear, and kind of also influenced by probably film sound scoring. I got in touch with Carmen Moore recently, considering maybe having a discussion with him. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, they have this whole series with text on the cover, a little square with like abstract painting with bright colors. There's one with Ben Jonson, one with there's quite a few ones. Yeah, it was an interesting series. I guess a lot of people got introduced to avant-garde music through that series. I have the one featuring Stuart Dempster that is quite amazing. Stiff, that's a good way to describe it, at least in my opinion. And this, by the way, it's an odd record. It's super cheap. Like no one cares about this. He's such a singular figure in American music history, and I just like the idea of like paying the price of a packet of cigarettes and being introduced to a whole new world. See something kind of reminding me here of Gershwin, of course. I know a lot of people enjoy these. I've listened to it today, Moto, I think. It was a bit surprising. I have to listen to it again. Warren Smith on drums here. The track I wanted to play was not this one, but and now back to some more African American music, right? Bad Boy Bill from Chicago, under the name Mix and Tell, featuring DJ Pierre on the International House Records. One of the EPs that still quite under the radar. Mr. Frank here, who sent a little tipping in the coffee jar in the description. Thank you, Frank, for supporting the stream. Much appreciated. Anyone who can spare a few bucks and tip your DJ of the night. That's how this works, if it works out for you. Thanks. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, you guys don't see it. I know some of the YouTube channels, like when someone does a donation, it appears on the screen, but I get it here on my phone, so I thank you directly. It's a crazy little 12-inch of house music. It's a good acid line. And not one sample from something else. This is original to this track. American body music from the late 80s. I think this is probably like from 88, 89. Now Breakfast King of Loyola left a little coffee. Nice one, Paul. Thank you very much. This is a record probably worth on this top probably around $5, and in my opinion, this is one of the better late 80s acid house 12 inches. I never, for the people who are into that, I never see this one mentioned anywhere. Of course, feel free. The acid in the acid house, that's the of course there's a few samples in this, like in the stabs, like, but, and it's sure the beats are a little bit breakbeat-ish rather than pure Chicago house, but there might be more Chicago house tonight. Oh, funny, I have something that will be interesting in that regard. typical Chicago house label. Super basic. I have once. Bonsoir Anthony. So what is this? Quite amazing soundscapes, right? It's a record I talked about a few weeks, no, a couple of months ago with Michael. Stéphane Mathieu, a rare music production with David Sylvian from Japan, and his solo career now. Yeah, long day, but really happy with the music tonight. Saffron. Yeah. I believe so. There'll be more mention of Stéphane Mathieu tonight if I have the time. Ah, nice. Nice, Steve. Estance à Sophie is with People in Sorrow, in my opinion, the two essential art ensemble of Chicago. Which François Tusk is that? Le Reine, La Reine. Nah, that's a nice one.
baby's mother. And it goes. A playful slap hit it from the back. My body violently shuddered, nutted. One of us gets a warm towel. Nestled in my armpits, hours pass. Relations make conversation for a bit. Get dressed, going so quickly after I came in the door. I stand waiting to escort honey dip to the train. Stationery and lovely letters decorate my dresser. I guess I kind of care for you. Can't say I love you. But my words were lost over the herds of screeching metal mammoths stomping off in the distance with a kiss and a hug. She's on her way, playing over in my mind. Thank you for a funky time. Call me whenever.
It's an interesting album, not my favorite.
As the ceiling looks down on the many faces sharing my mattress, scratches accumulate. Wait, an unexpected ring at an inconvenient time. How do you know it's mine? Fine, we'll go to the clinic. I'll pay half-ass, understaffed clinic waiting there. She cried, no, not my baby, not my baby. Can't kill my baby, not my baby. Can't say I love her. But hers was a wound that time could not heal. Congealed tissue, the issue raised once again by my friend. Can't say I love her. Never called anything other than my baby's mother. Another little black bastard born, her mother scorned, and the warning of her sister echoed in her head. Niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. Gotta get that ring before you give up that thing. So on the 1st and the 16th of the month, I come by, and if it's sunny, I give her money and take my little man for walks in the park. Couldn't say I loved her, my baby's mother.
Okay, get ready now. Here he comes.
That was High Priest, legendary rapper from Antipop Consortium. That was before Antipop Consortium. This is a slam night, poetry night from 1996, I believe. I think that Chocolate Elvis is a fun tune. I have it somewhere here, the 12-inch. But other than that, I think it's kind of outdated a little bit. Yes, not that necessarily I seek out stuff on Bandcamp, but I don't listen to music here. No, this is a fun little record that Yes, and that track is kind of unexpected when you'll know who this is. Hello, Eric. Package on its way to Dom pretty soon, so package on its way to you pretty soon too. Black Saint, Don Pullen, the partner in crime of Milford Graves, legendary, with his quintet, the only release of that quintet. Some of the tracks are like what you'd expect, like free jazz, but this this is a little more unexpected. Hello, Bad Gouda. This is one of those Black Saint records that is still under the radar, cheap. A85, hello. Guys, time to hit the like button if you haven't, if you do like the stream tonight, and leave a comment if you're watching this later, and consider leaving a tip to your DJ in the Ko-fi link in the description. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it is exactly that, the forest. This is in the middle of the forest. I believe it is. There was a tune called Gratitude. Now, let's go to indeed the partner in crime. One of the most fantastic releases of the year. Milford Grave is in a category of his own when it comes to drumming. Top 5, top 3, top 2 best drummers ever in jazz or in general. I'd say my top 6 would be in no specific order: Jacques Tolo, Daniel Humer, Bruce Ditmas, Tony Williams, Milford, and maybe Pierre Favre. You know, hello Jose, nice to see you. Colin Stetson, salut Bat, nice to see you. Yeah, it was a nice one, huh? Lots of contrast. Interesting when you know the records they did together. Exactly. Ah, very nice. Oh, thank you, John, for leaving a tip in the link in the coffee jar. Tonight's been the true believers, huh? Thank you very much, John Levinson. Yeah, exactly. Very good observation, Daniel. Ah. Interesting. There will be a Julius Eastman connection tonight. Unexpected one. It's the best record in the whole history of jazz, almost. Jose, why did you gig? I still have mine. Can't believe you let that one go. You'll have to tell me the story later. Mentis, yeah, absolutely. Well, not necessarily collecting, but listening to, because his stuff from the 50s has nothing to do with his stuff from the 60s, and etc. Well, you better get it back. It's like a $400 or $500 record if it's in good condition. Salut Aino Garde. Salut. So this was just released on a black edition We did that fantastic KG Hino double LP last year. It's a double LP with a very, very informative interview with Hugo Glover, remembering this session. Very, very good. Hello, Jeffrey. I hope it's not that story about that girl, right? Mine was a fun story as when I found it, someone had written in red marker on it and used it as a backing board for a Rolling Stone cover record that was missing the cover. So I got it for super cheaply because of that, and I managed to get off most of the red marker. That's cool. This is so wild. The way it starts, it's already quite wild, but like just focus on the drumming on this. Is there anyone playing like that? Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah, from last year. I have it as well. It's really good. But I think this one is even better. Was Braxton can be abrasive, but can he be wild? I don't think so, Jeffrey. But maybe you're correct with some early Braxton. Yeah, a little bit. Absolutely. And this is a double LP. Oh. Thank you for the tip, Jeffrey. I will. Yeah, they even did a show in LA. Obviously, without William Parker was there. They did several gigs. Oh, nice. Well, I know Alex Motorik, he went to one of these with Julius Jabbar.
Each one is that one.
Now a record you should be familiar with, Tom.
Each one is one. Each one expressing
Super cheap record.
an opinion is expressing that thing, that opinion. One is expressing an opinion. One is expressing a suspicion. She is expressing the whole of that thing.
This one
She
is
is
one, and she
clearly
is that
having
one.
that thing.
Each one
That
is one.
suspicion.
There
That
are
opinion.
many.
She is one.
This is a pioneer of avant-garde music, even electronic music at one point, from Czechoslovakia. Born in Prague, but moved to New York
Each
in
one
the
is one.
mid-late 60s, I believe. Petr Kotić.
Some of them are
5 LP set box.
some
Sort of, I don't know if I'd call it an opera, with a text by Gertrude Stein, with the same ensemble. Many women. The same ensemble founded by Petr Kotić, featuring Julius Eastman.
That one is loving and is completely existing in loving.
Each one is
Completely existing in that one. And in the one, that one is loving. And in that one who is the one loving that one. This one is one, completely existing as loving is completely.
Well, I believe that they collaborated directly. This is a kind of record, I believe, because of the cover, the design, the colors. You tell us, Tom, what you think of the design on this. Because this, usually when it's on in record stores, it sits there and no one lifts it. Which is why you can find it 5 LP set, usually for like around $10, if not less.
Each one is one, not
YouTube stream where you play Pet Cottage with a text by Gertrude Stein. It's guess it's not everywhere. Maybe it should be. Ah, yeah, that's right. They just did that. Oh, it's so hot here as well. You know, I don't really put any music in the background usually. I never do that. But let me think for a second and I'll give you an answer or maybe play something. Well, this is for you, Michael. Pet Cottage with a text by Gertrude Stein. Should be right up your alley. I think this is a fantastic record. Earlier, someone was talking about Laurie Anderson. Well, she has this box set. There's also the Einstein on the Beach box set by Philip Glass. In a way, this is a similar work. It's like a massive work to take in. And it's just fine to take it, I mean, in sections, in segments. But it's quite a rewarding record. I don't necessarily need to listen to the 10th sides in a row. Thomas, thank you for leaving a tip here. Thank you very much. Thomas, you have a record store, don't you? I just realized. I actually bought this in Copenhagen, this record. I did. Yeah, I hope they don't do like a biopic and they do a movie that has that embraces surrealism, and not just in a pop way, but that does something a little bit like dangerous, maybe. Who knows?
Just shooting the breeze, sitting around with the guy, having a laugh, reminiscing about times, asking me about things I did in the past. I try my best, things don't go hard, but my mind's not all intact. So I try real hard to go along with the flow. There's some things I just don't know. They say
No, this is throwback memory. This was somewhat popular for a couple of years in Europe. DC bass head. Does anyone remember that?
At least I think I don't, but I can never be quite sure. They give me a date, a time and place, and I was all up in the face.
Like hip hop for people who don't like hip hop, I guess. Salut Faust. Thank you, Tobias. Thank you for leaving a tip in the through the link in the description, the Ko-fi link. Much appreciated. Will come handy. Guys, you have no idea how many of these because of course I buy records already all the time, but it makes it much easier to be able to take chances on records that are not necessarily top priority with the collector mind, when usually I should forget about it. Oh, hello, Dis. Nice, thank you. Oh, okay. Might be something for you. I have still some new stuff that. No problem. Well, next week, guys, I'm not sure I'll be doing the stream next week. As I was saying, I think we have the midsummer party next Friday, next Saturday. We'll see. Next record is pretty crazy. I suppose you were talking about the Petr Kotic. House, yeah, but progressive house, I'm not sure about that. So, no one remembers DC bass head? It's just like, I don't know, indie hip hop from the early 90s. Oh yeah, Bat and GBL, the neighbors. Thank you, Amir. And the music has begun. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah. Thank you for leaving a tip in the coffee jar, Amir. This. Hello, Vinyl Buzz. Buzzing right now, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna show you this record because the package is just wow. This is, by the way, this is Maggie Payne. Maggie Payne, who released a fantastic album on Lovely Records in the early 80s, avant-garde electronics. She doesn't have a wide discography, so it's pretty cool to find some other recordings of hers on vinyl. Sealscreen jacket. Thank you, Bat, for leaving a little tip in the coffee jar. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll be able to afford the. Yeah, there's a crazy record in the US that is too expensive, but there's only one copy, so maybe who knows. So what is crazy about that package? Okay, it's a gatefold sealscreen album. Okay. With 4 DVDs of the performances of these artists. I believe this is a label from San Francisco. I'm not totally sure. It came with quite cool booklet. With quite cool embossings. It is silkscreen, Tom. This was not easy to find. I have been after this record for quite some time, and the guy who has a label in the UK who does who releases quite some cool avant-garde. He released an album by Gino Robert, the percussionist from San Francisco. You might know him, Tom. Great guy and great musician. And he had this, and he didn't want to let it go, so I had to push him a little bit, and in the end, here it is. Maggie Payne? No, she's not a curator. I don't think so. Maybe she's as well. But, like, this features also 2 tracks by Tashi Wada, and in my opinion, some of his absolute best works to date. Tashi Wada, the son of Yoshi Wada. This was curated by John Davis, who is featured there in it. There is a volume 2, indeed, that is still available online. but it's not as good as this, unfortunately. This is crazy. Yeah. James Plotkin of old fame. This is James Plotkin's first band from the late 80s, early 90s, when he was doing grindcore, before he became a very in-demand mastering engineer. Yeah, so that was probably the most complicated record of tonight so far. Complicated in terms of collecting. Obviously, yeah, I don't know why they only made it like that, but the packaging must have costed a fortune. And it's so obviously handmade. But the music here, in my opinion, deserved more. This label, they have 2 volumes of this thing and a bunch of other records. Nothing crazy, but yeah. Maybe we'll have time to play some Yoshiwada on his son Tashiwada's label, Saltern, label that released the Terry Jennings double LP last year. That was amazing. But now something for Angela, who asked me about music to listen to in the sun. Wrong speed.
Between the big trees, the flowers and the green grass, the house is done. It's white and brown and covered with green vine, which looks like hay. We call it the sun, 'cause time is so long there. The light sure will take us more than a million years. like to stay there.
So this is a French record, but this is the international version that is quite rare. I don't know if I prefer him singing in English, but
children are playing in the garden. So many dogs. There is a cat and a turtle and an old man, but not a frog.
Nino Ferrer, very interesting figure in French pop music. His wife, he committed suicide. He was a 60s pop star, and he shifted to something else. Very, very interesting character. And this song is just pure beauty. On dirait le sud, in French. Ja. Kom så kör vi. Hello, Angelo. I thought you had a gig tonight. Are you done? Hope it was nice. Ja, jag gör det. Jag åker ner om 20 minuter. Sorry guys, I'm talking in Swedish with my friend Niels, who's suggesting that after the stream we go down to the beach and do a sauna. Sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Den är inte rädd för det, men jag ska kolla. Now a French label. You heard some good stuff, some stuff that you liked, stuff that challenged you a little bit, but didn't scare you away. Guess where we are back to? In several ways, we're back to the beginning. Absolute stunner album. The beginning, why? Because tonight I opened the stream with this artist, but now I'm playing his very, very first album on a French label, on a French prog krautrock label. Yes, this was released on Egg. As Moustichens, expression et perspective sonore intemporelle. I guess I don't need to translate that, right? Nachtstücke. Night pieces. It is. His first solo album. And a very versatile one, by the way. As you get these, like, very, almost romantic. I don't know how to describe this right now. I just love it. But then you get, it's the beginning, and you already get the typical Asmustician sound. I'll play a song right after that. But this is beautiful. Yeah, it's been one of my two main rabbit holes lately. And there are a few records of his that are expensive that I managed to get. They haven't arrived yet. One that was a crazy adventure, like contacting everyone on Discogs who had it in their collection and trying to find a deal. And one that is impossible to find. Like, there were two. One that I managed to get through my Discogs tactics, and the other one, no luck yet. But that will become one of my absolute biggest grails now. So, from the same album, as Moustichens, doing stuff that is less romantic, like Nachtstücke. But yeah, it's just that I realized that I had a few records of his and I really liked them, but I didn't realize how much I liked them and how much I needed to investigate him more before it's too late, before people really start to get into this and collect it seriously. I mean, there are people doing that already, of course. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a good, the good bad. That was a good catch. Cheap one, right? Bob. That's kind of what I'm gonna do after this stream ends in about 15 minutes. Yeah, quite cheap. But as Musicians, there hasn't been that many. I mean, his pop albums on Sky that have been reissued on Bureau B. But there's so much of his work that is still completely under the radar, not reissued, not really hyped. Yes. I got it in Den Bosch actually. I think I played it the stream after Den Bosch, yeah. But it's not his typical album though, but it's a good one. More noisy. Still quite a few records I haven't played yet tonight, but I love this. I wonder what you think about this, Tom, if you're still here. You know, we were talking about the Otto, Siddhartha, or otherworldly music. That's really what I get from us musicians. He's connected with krautrock and industrial music, but for me, he's really unique. Great French label from the mid-late 70s, early 80s. Released Tim Blake, a lot of prog stuff and crowd stuff. Really good.
Come to pink, pale purple yellow, orange savage baskets laid. 1, 2, 3, 1742. Rain simple slide, exemplary blue. Not yet grounded, listing stuff. Vanished before midnight. Flight
Hello Dave, coming right at the end.
Sheep, sleep, not rising, not arranging, not identifying, not reporting. Verbiage.
Oh, this one, actually, you might be right, John, yeah.
Truculent yet indemnified, self-portrait backs of hands, nihilist, niggling, subtly not entertaining thoughts of precipitating rain, hell, ceasing now, murky.
This is, I believe this is Cody Newman's third solo album, the second one for 4AD. This song is him with Bruce Gilbert playing the guitar. You can hear it. He's got a few other albums worth having, not all, but I guess. These two are really the main ones in my opinion, but this one is a nice coater. Is that how you say?
Rain silver slide, century blue, not yet granted, this in the stand, vanish before midnight, flight, fancy novels, still sheep, sleep, not rising, not arranging, not identifying, not reporting, garbage baggage. Truculent indemnified, self-portrait backs of hands, nihilist, niggling, silly, not entertaining, throws of precipitating rain, hell, ceasing now, murky. Truculent yet indemnified, self-portrait backs of hands, nihilist, niggling, silly, not entertaining, throws
Quite a lot of jazz tonight, more than usual. More than your listening. You know what? If I can't next Friday because of Midsummer, maybe I'll do it around it. I'll find a way. I'll do something. Pete, now I can talk about it because I didn't want to talk about Hematic Sunsets before I got them, and they're all on their way. The 5, yeah, this is one of the Association's side projects that is just amazing. A real cheap techno record that is actually doing much more than just techno in my opinion. Pressure of Speech, a techno trio from the early mid-90s in the UK that no one seems to talk about anymore. The second album is fetching some money now, actually. What's interesting about it, apart from the music, is that one of the members was one of the founding guys of the Spiral tribes, and which is why it's quite different from most of British techno. It's yeah, there's a theme of like paranoia, surveillance. It's quite mean in a way, but it's not like hardcore techno. It's not like really like hammering. But there are you can hear all these electronic sounds and drones, and yeah, it's pretty good music for at least for techno. But really, these two albums and this EP, there's a track on it that played at the wrong speed, sounds like a coil song. So, but yeah, this one I didn't get it back then because the track Swarm that I'm playing now is on one of the albums. But actually, I realized it took me a while to realize it's a completely different version, much longer, more upbeat, but also more eerie. So finally got it. It's like a $2-3 record. So the albums, it's a different story. Yeah, it was Wire. It was Colin Newman with Bruce Gilbert. Even features Graham Lewis and Githead, which is Graham Lewis' wife, if I remember correctly. All right, guys. So this will be the end tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I liked all the records I played tonight, apart from two I got this week. So I'm quite happy with this fall, and I hope you too. Oh, nice! Trance Europe Express, the compilations, yeah, the volume ones. So guys, yeah, hope you liked it. If you're discovering the stream for the first time, consider subscribing, liking the video, leave a tip in the through the link, the Ko-fi link in the description if you can and if you want. That's always much appreciated and helpful for this to continue. Thank you guys. And yeah, techno, ooh, and Sona now. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll see you next week, probably.